And now, your hosts, Mike Juliet and Juliet Huddy.
Okay, welcome back. We're talking about nasal sprays and people maybe getting addicted to this stuff. Let's talk about Sinus Busters. All natural nasal sprays, that's one of these things here. Here's what the company claims about Sinus Busters. All our formulas contain natural capsaicin, an ingredient that is clinically proven to provide amazing relief for headaches, allergies, and sinus symptoms.
Joining us now is the founder of Sinus Busters, Wayne Perry.
Hey, Wayne.
How are you? So what's the deal? You used to be a self-defense expert and people would pepper spray you?
My claim to fame back then teaching self-defense was I was willing to get sprayed in the face
remember
anytime,
you.
anywhere. Do you?
Yes, I do.
And after I taught Oprah Winfrey how to use pepper spray, I got calls from all over the country saying, you know, come on out and get sprayed for us. We'll let you hawk your self-defense video. And so one day I just happened, I had suffered for 20 years from cluster headaches and severe allergies. And one day I happened to do a thing for a local news, and I just started to get a cluster headache right before the reporter was about to spray me. So I figured out the show's got to go on. And seconds after she sprayed me, I'm coughing, I'm choking, and I realized I never felt better in my entire life. My headache was completely gone. And I had been on medications for years, for 20 years. I had been all kinds of doctors.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It really does.
If you go and get hot, spicy food, you start to, your nails, you start dripping, you know, into the food. It's disgusting. Why wouldn't that make sense? So there's pepper, not pepper spray in the mix. What is the mixture?
Well, the active ingredient is capsaicin, which you said correctly, and that is really kind of the magical natural chemical that makes hot peppers hot. And what that does, especially when you put it up your nose, is it depletes the chemicals that cause swelling and pain.
My innards in my nose are so raw and miserable because of allergies. I cannot imagine spraying capsaicin into my nose. I think I'd rather kill myself.
No, let me tell you.
That seems painful.
After the first time you use it, you get used to that little bite, we call it, because it's not really, it's not really a lingering burn. And unlike some of these chemical nasal sprays, what it does is it depletes the chemicals that cause that inflammation and swelling.
Doctor?
So it doesn't mask the symptoms.
What's your
verdict? They looked at capsaicin in Europe 20 years ago, and they kind of dropped it. And they dropped it, I think, because they didn't think it worked. I don't really know. I want to know what else is in your product that might be adding to this. And number two is, I haven't seen any studies. I'd love to see some studies.
Well, there's a ton of studies out there on capsaicin and sinus and allergy and headache problems. The other thing is, we don't just use capsaicin. We use a basic saline formula using, you know, sea salt and, you know, other ingredients in there. Completely natural with no added chemicals or preservatives.
Well, speaking of that, a lot of people feel that if you just put the sea salt and water together, the saline, that's going to be enough. You don't need the capsaicin.
It's definitely helpful, but once you try Sinus Buster and you feel that up your nose the first time, it clears you out like nothing else out there.
Julie over here in the audience, she used Afrin for 20 years. Why'd you switch to Sinus Busters?
Well, I had used, kind of like Ira, I was the same situation. I had a Afrin by my bed, in my purse, at my office. I mean, I did not go anywhere. Even, I think whenever I hit rock bottom was we were going on a family vacation, and we were going to an amusement park. And I was planning my outfit on what pocket I could keep that Afrin in, because I could not go walk around the amusement park all day without having it with me.
Yeah, the tilt-a-whirl, that thing would be flying all over.
Afrin hitting people in the face. But why Sinus Busters better?
Well, I Googled, when I went on that trip, I thought this is, you know, this is ridiculous. And so I had Googled how to get off of nasal spray addictions. And
what's Sinus Busters doing for you? Why do you like it?
It's incredible. I started using it in May of last year.
What does it do for you?
It's totally cleared my nose, and now I don't need it. I only need it if I have an allergy flare-up or a sinus headache. Then I get it out and use it, but I don't have to take it with me. I don't have to keep it by my bed.
Yeah, but you know, there's that whole neti pot thing.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to tell you a little bit more about that. That's the thing where you kind of, it's got saline in it.
It looks like a teapot. You stick it up your
Let's
nose.
show you what it's like on our website and some other products, safe products the doctor recommends on our website, the neti pot, for instance, some other things that are sitting up here. These are really cool things, and I think they might be actually very helpful for you on emandjshow.com. The doctor's going to talk to you in just a second.
All right, coming up on our program, talking to your teenagers.